On the first day of Christmas, my favorite author sent to me.
An enemies to lovers romance.
Woo! I think that's a lot of people's favorite. So Elena and I both have something really cool for you guys today. Um, it's not just that you're going to get to hear us sing every day for 12 days, although that will be really fun. But also, I'll let Elena go first because she has, I think, my favorite cover of hers ever, which is really saying something because she has a lot of amazing covers.
Oh,
But
that's
this is
awesome.
probably my favorite. Tell us about your deal for the first day, your enemies to lovers.
Awesome. So my enemies to lovers deal today is a very terrible text. It's on 99 cents today only. This is a brand new book one in a brand new sweet rom-com series. Takes place in the South between obviously Ever's enemies to lovers. He is mowing the lawn too early in the morning. She marches right down there in her PJs and she lets Liam have a piece of her mind. Starts a series, so you don't have to know anything else. It'll be 99 cents for today only. Bridget has.
So I'm doing, I know this is a little weird for things that I partner with Elena, but on this one I decided I have 43 books and I'm going to do a couple of fantasy books on this one. So this one is actually a fantasy series. Unlike a lot of fantasy, people hear that word and go, oh no, mine are all set on Earth. So it's what people like to call urban fantasy. So they're not as weird and off-putting as some other fantasies if you haven't read much. This one, Displaced, is actually, I had this idea. I was at the beach with my family and I was complaining because I had gotten sunburned, which I almost never do. And my husband said, wow, wow, I feel so bad for you. I have two modes. I burn and I peel. That's it. Like I don't have anything else. So he has to literally just sunblock within an inch of his life or wear shirts because he doesn't have anything in between. And I was saying, it's too bad that people's skin isn't less likely to burn. And he was talking to me about, oh, they think that the DNA has gone through replications with time and maybe earlier humans had better skin and blah, blah, blah. We were talking about all this stuff. And I said, huh. So I had this idea that maybe back in the time of Adam and Eve, since Methuselah lived 769 years or something like that, or 969 years, sorry, that humans, if they lived that long and could have kids, like late into their 900s, we could have people that were only 6 or 7 generations removed from Adam and Eve right now. And so I was like, huh, they'd be like what, superhuman? They'd have perfect skin. They wouldn't burn. They could run faster. They'd be smarter. They'd live longer. And so that's how this story was born. But the enemies to lovers element is the families that secretly rule the world. They have twin daughters in one of them. And one of the twins was chosen to be the new ruler, and the other one was not. And the one that was chosen to be the new ruler is kind of mean and awful to the other one because she wishes she wasn't around getting in the way all the time. And she started dating the person that the main character has always liked. And so that person therefore becomes her enemy because he's dating her enemy. And eventually by the end of book one, they're sort of a thing. So that's the Displaced one. If you don't like the idea of a crazy fantasy world with superhumans, it may not be your bag, but it is free everywhere, not just for today, all the way through the end of, I think, at least half of January, it'll be free. So you can grab that link. There's no real urgency, but go grab it before you forget if you think you want to give it a shot.
That's the biggest thing. You got to grab it before you forget. You can read it later. Get it now.
Yeah, that's right.